Hi you guys, Robin Miller here, and I'm so glad you're here too because I am about to use my barrel aged cocktail kit to age this spirit and make an aged Manhattan. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to show you how easy and delicious it is. And I'm gonna start by explaining a little bit about this barrel that I have. This is the coolest thing. This is from Thousand Oaks Barrel Company. This is a barrel made with aged white American oak. So it's the same aged oak that they use in the barrels that you would find for wine and for bourbon, but in a cute little 2-liter version. You can get a 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter. That means you can get those same flavors at home with your spirits, a variety of spirits and flavors that you want in just a matter of days. And Thousand Oaks Barrel Company likes to say age to taste. So it's one of those things that you can get it to the taste that you want and take it out of the barrel, serve it right from the barrel. It can be 3 days, 5 days, it could be a month to get to that flavor that you just cherish. And so I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of an experiment. I'm gonna taste every day and see where I get to that point of the flavor that I want for my Manhattan. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's super easy, and then I'm gonna come back every day and explain the flavors that are changing and the things that are happening in my barrel aged cocktail. So I already cured this barrel, and what that means is I just poured in really hot water. You can do hot, you can do boiling water. You fill the barrel, you put the bunghole cap right in there, and you let it cure for 3 to 5 days. What that does is it swells the wood, so if there are any leaks, they will seal. Even if it doesn't leak, mine didn't leak at all. I still put it in a roasting pan on the kitchen counter just in case it leaked. It didn't leak, but you still need to cure the barrel before you use it. So if you're having a party coming up, make sure that you add those 3 to 5 days for the curing process, and then you can get to the aging process, which is what I'm gonna do right now. So I had 2 choices with the cocktail kit. So I had the Manhattan and I have the Old Fashioned. And if you watched my previous videos for Thousand Oaks, I already did an Old Fashioned. So I thought I would do the Manhattan this time. So it comes with the wonderful flavoring packet, Barrel Aged Manhattan Cocktail Mix. So that goes in first. It smells great. It smells sweet and tart at the same time. And I'm gonna get a funnel so it doesn't spill all over the place. And I'm gonna pour the Manhattan cocktail mix right in. So this is one of those things, yes, you have to be patient, but it's really fun. And this is also great decor. I'm leaving this on my kitchen counter, and I have a party to go to in a week or so, and I was thinking I would bring it to the party. How fun would that be? So great for 4th of July, great for any kind of, you know, where you wanna kind of wow your friends with something unique and fun that they haven't maybe tried before. Also, look at this, handy. I have to remember to write Manhattan on here when I'm finished. Okay, so now you take your favorite spirit. I have some rye single malt Scotch whiskey. You can use bourbon, you can use your favorite spirit here. And I'm gonna pour, so I'm gonna do, one of those cocktail mixes is good for 750 milliliters of your spirit. And this is 750 milliliters, so I'm putting the whole bottle in. It already smells good. Don't forget that funnel. You want every drop in the barrel. All right, didn't that sound cool going in? I hope you could hear that. It sounded really cool. Okay, so we've got it all in. We're going to seal it. Oh, before you fill it, make sure you turn your spigot to off. You don't want it pouring onto your counter. So we're gonna put the bunghole in. This has got like a nice little rubber seal on the bottom, so you know it's gonna be fully sealed. Now I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna label it Manhattan. Oh, I got a little, my wet fingerprint on there. Okay. I have to turn it, I can't write that way. I'll turn it on, you'll see it. Manhattan. I should be able to spell it, I used to live there. There it is. Okay, so now, every day this is going to evolve and change, and it's going to be different for me than it is for you because it depends on the amount of time that it's been aging. It depends on the altitude, on the temperature, on the spirit that you used, and also the barrel. So each individual barrel is going to infuse a different, authentic, original taste into your spirit. So something that you make is going to be completely unlike something that someone else makes. So it's so great, it's so fun, and it's incredibly unique. So I will be back with you, and we are going to taste test tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and we're gonna see how this Manhattan evolves. I can't wait to share it with you, so stay tuned. Wait, before I go, one quick thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the barrel, I have my cocktail mix and I have my spirit. I'm gonna give it a gentle shake to make sure that everything is blended. You want the mix and the spirit blended? Okay. Now we go back on the stand. Now I will see you tomorrow for the first taste test. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, it's been 24 hours, so yes, my cocktail is not barrel aged yet, but since I'm experimenting, I want to do a taste test every day just to see how flavors are evolving over time. So remember, I put my cocktail mix, my Manhattan cocktail mix, and I put 750 milliliters of my single malt Scotch whiskey in there. It's been 24 hours, and I'm really kind of curious what has happened so far. So over time, things you can expect and things you can be looking for are, you're going to get some vanilla notes from the wood, this wonderful vanillin flavor. And then as your spirit oxidizes, you'll tend to notice some nutty notes, which are super wonderful. And then over time, as the acidity in your spirit kind of blends with the wood, you get a sweetness from the wood, which softens and kind of mellows out the cocktail. So these are all really fun things that you can look for and see how those experiences happen over time. So I'm excited to see. I'm not expecting a whole lot in 24 hours, but again, this is just a fun little process. I can see where it and when it evolves and gets to that flavor that I'm looking for my barrel aged Manhattan. So I'm going to take the stopper out so I can pour. I have my glass all lined up. I'm going to lean over. I'm going to turn the spigot. I just want to get a little bit in this glass because we're just doing a little taste. We're not making a whole Manhattan right now. We're just seeing how flavors evolve. Okay, so a little swirl. Well, not a whole lot has changed, but I have to say there's a little bit of a smoky quality from the wood. And I can actually, now that I took the stopper out of the bung hole, I can actually smell a little bit of that American white oak kind of smokiness. It's fabulous. I can't wait to see how this evolves. So I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to taste it again. I'm going to tell you what I notice, and then I'm going to do the same, kind of every day for a few days so we can kind of go through this process together. I hope you try it. I'm already so wowed by this and I'm having so much fun. So I will see you tomorrow and we will give this another taste. Welcome back. It is day 2, so it's been about 48 hours since I put the whiskey and my Manhattan cocktail mix in my barrel for my barrel aged Manhattan. So now I'm going to give it a quick taste test. As I mentioned, 3 to 5 days is when you really might see the age to taste that you love, but this is an experiment and I'm going to keep tasting. So I'm going to take the stopper out of the bung. We're going to turn the spigot and see if we notice a difference. Oh, I can definitely sense a smokiness that I did not sense yesterday. And there's definitely a hint of vanilla. Maybe I'm imagining things, but this is different from yesterday. It's only been 24 hours since I tasted. It's been 48 hours since I started the aging process, and things are happening. So I'm excited, and I will see you tomorrow when I come back for another taste. Okay, it's day 3, you guys, so I'm excited to really see the difference between day 1, day 2, and now we're on day 3 where maybe it's aged to taste right where I want it. Let's give it a whirl. I'm gonna take the stopper out. I've got my glass ready as usual. Turn the spigot until my Manhattan flows. Let's give it a taste. Yes. Now I can really detect the vanilla. It's getting a little nutty, and for sure it seems to be sweetening, which, as I mentioned before, when the acidity from your spirit interacts with the wood, the sugars in the wood create a smooth, kind of sweeter cocktail, and that is what I'm getting here. So I think tomorrow might be the day that I'm actually gonna serve up the cocktail, my barrel aged Manhattan. I think tomorrow might be the day. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow, we're gonna give it a taste, and then we will see. We are back. It's day 4 of taste testing of my barrel aged Manhattan. I'm excited, let's go. We don't waste any time anymore, we just get right to it. Took the stopper out, turned the spigot. Now I'm expecting, since I saw a change just in 24 hours, I'm expecting now on day 4 to really kind of sense things happening even more. So, smoother than yesterday, a little bit sweeter, definitely nutty, definitely vanilla. Oh, and I have a little bit of the kind of the smoky essence from the American white oak of the barrel. So I'm definitely getting the barrel aged effect now, and I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a cocktail. So you can age to taste as long as you want, 3 to 5 days. It can be a week, it can be 2 weeks, as long as you want, and taste, have some fun with this and see, hey, I like it on day 7 maybe. You know, for me, day 4 seemed to be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this cocktail. I'm gonna move the barrel down so I can show you. And remember, we used the Manhattan cocktail kit, so I don't really need, all I need is garnish. I don't need vermouth, I don't need bitters. Everything was already in the mix. So now we just have the wonderful aging that has happened to the cocktail that we can just go ahead and mix it up. So I'm gonna add an ice cube. I like these cocktail ice cubes. They take longer to dissolve than regular little ice, you know, squares or whatever you have from your ice maker, so it doesn't dilute your drink. And if you went to all this trouble, you don't want to dilute your drink. It's a little loud when it goes in, but you know, it's a party. So we'll get that cocktail going. So we're gonna put that over ice, and then all we need is the garnish. And the classic garnish for a Manhattan, look how pretty that looks. The classic garnish is a maraschino cherry, and since we've kind of elevated this drink, we're gonna elevate the cherry and we're gonna get the preserved cherry. These are sold right in the, well, in my store, they're sold next to all the other garnishes for cocktails. So they're sold with the mixers and the other spirits. So you could do one. I have a friend who, when we go out, he always gets a Negroni, and he always asks for 3 preserved cherries. So in the spirit of my friend, we're gonna do 3. Look at that, it's beautiful. I'm just gonna lay that right on top. And this is your barrel aged Manhattan that is as fun to make as I am confident you will find it is to drink. So cheers everyone, thanks for following along. I'm gonna give a sip. Whoops. I'm gonna give a sip now. Now it's a little bit chilled. It's fantastic. I hope you try it. You can do a variety of different spirits. You can do a variety of different cocktail mixes. I know you're gonna love it. Makes a great gift from the Thousand Oaks Barrel Company. Buy it for yourself, buy it for a friend, family member, and go to town. It's really fun, and it might change your whole outlook on cocktail time. So enjoy, thanks for following along, and I'll see you next time.